the first card you have for your past is the Knight of Pentacles. So yes, I'm actually seeing this card quite literally, actually. Not that I'm seeing you going around on a black horse holding up a coin. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing that, you know, you could actually have been, yes, you could have been working really, really hard at this time, working extra hard, grinding away, really, really working hard. I'm seeing also that you might have been feeling a bit frustrated as well, because I'm seeing that things weren't happening as quickly as you would have liked them to happen. I'm actually also seeing that there's something around a work situation or something around work where something could have been promised to you. It could have been a boss that promised this to you. It could have been a company or someone promised this to you, but it wasn't actually happening. It was like somebody said, oh, when this happens, this will happen. You can have this or do this or whatever it is. But then they didn't actually do anything. So yes, I'm just seeing what was happening was you were just sitting down at this time and you were just thinking, well, when is this going to happen? When is this going to come in? They said it would. Where is it? What's happening? Where is this thing? But for some reason, you just felt like you couldn't come out and ask this person. It might have been someone in authority. It might have been someone like that, and you felt a little bit like you couldn't really ask. It might have been something like that. And yes, you just felt like you just had to sit and wait, but it was frustrating you. So if you wait, I know this is me telling you what to do. You don't have to do what I say, but I just think, you know, if you wait for these kinds of people and these things, you might be waiting forever. It might never happen. So if you're still going through this, if I were you, I'd ask. But I'm Aries, you know, I would just ask. You're not me, I know that. But, you know, if you ask, they can only say one thing. They can only say yes or no. If they say no, you're no worse off than you are now because nothing's happening. If they say yes, bonus, then you get this thing that you want. But if you don't ask, I'm not seeing this ever going to happen. I think this person might have forgotten, or they might have whatever, I don't know. But I think you're going to have to ask them. And there are ways of doing that. I mean, think about this first. Think about what's the most diplomatic way I can ask. You know, you can come in and say, look, you know, I just wanted to ask you, this might be a bit difficult. Might be a bit awkward, but I really feel like I need to ask you this question. Do you remember on this time when you promised this was going to happen? I'm just wondering, you know, if that's going to happen, when that's going to happen, you know, just let me know. Simple as that. It's not that difficult, is it really? So the next card you have, your past, is the Emperor. Okay, so right, this might sound a bit strange, what I'm seeing with this card. I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a very, 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 very stubborn person, someone who wanted to contact you. They really wanted to talk to you, but they weren't contacting you. They just weren't doing that. They weren't coming forward to you. This person might have been quite angry with you at this time, or, you know, upset with you or something like that for some reason. I think I saw this situation in your last reading, actually, someone who was angry with you. So if this is the same person, this situation obviously hasn't resolved itself yet, or, you know, it hadn't at this time yet. If you want to resolve things with this person, I'm seeing that you're probably going to have to be the one that has to do it, because I'm seeing that they're just so stubborn. They are just such a stubborn person. I'm seeing that, yes, they were still thinking about you. They probably are still thinking about you at this time. And there have been moments where they have been tempted to contact you. It was like they put their finger right by their phone and then they turned it off. And then they opened it again. They might have opened their text and looked in and looked. They might have looked at some of the old texts that you've had happen between you, your communication between you, read a little bit, felt a bit sad, and then decided not to do anything again. So it's like they're right on the edge of contacting you, and then they don't because they're just so stubborn. So it might be you that has to contact them, probably, because they are very stubborn. I won't repeat myself again. The last card you have for your past is the High Priestess. So maybe this person in the Emperor card thought that you were hiding something, or they thought that you were being deceptive in some way. That might be why they were angry with you. I'm seeing that you were a little bit quiet around this person sometimes. So this might be where this idea came from of you being deceptive. But I'm sure this wasn't why they kind of stopped talking to you when they were angry, because who's angry at someone just because they're a bit quiet? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But maybe that's part of the reason. Maybe they had some other idea about you, some wrong idea, that they didn't trust you for some other reason. And then the fact that you're a bit quiet around them made them feel like you're being a bit deceptive. It might have been a combination of a few things. I'm seeing that you knew this person was angry with you. You knew that this is how they were feeling about you at this time, but you weren't doing anything about it for some reason. You might have been scared of them, because the Emperor is quite scary when they're angry. But yes, you knew this person very, very well. And I hope this makes sense, but I'm seeing that, this is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is very spiritual, very knowledgeable in spirituality, and a little bit mysterious as well. So what I'm seeing is that you have a very deep connection with them. You still do at this time, even though you're not around them. And when you used to look at them face to face, you didn't just see them, you saw into them. You saw inside of them. That's how deep your connection was. That's how, it was on another level. You had a very, very deep connection. You still have a very deep connection with them, and they do to you as well. You will probably speak to them again at some time, I'm seeing. I don't know if you can see the bottom of this card. No, I'll move it up so you can see. There's a moon at the bottom of this card, a beautiful kind of crescent moon just under this High Priestess's beautiful flowing dress, and the water's flow. And again, the water's flowing into this moon. So what I'm seeing is, of course, tides are affected by the moon. The water comes in and out, the tides come in and out, depending on what's happening with the moon, with this beautiful dress. And it looks like water as well coming into the moon. So the tide's out at the moment, and it's going to come back in again. So you are going to contact this person again, or they're going to contact you. The first card you have, your present, is Strength. So this can be about courage, obviously, with this lion. It can be about having the courage to do something even when you're afraid, going ahead and doing it. And I'm seeing that you still are holding off from talking to this person in the Emperor card. And you're probably doing the right thing at this time if this is what you're doing, because they're still so angry, and there's no point in talking to an angry person. If they're in a great big rage, if they're angry and all of that thing, there's no point. You can't have a proper conversation with anyone like that until things have calmed down. So no matter how brave you feel, there's no point. But that you will communicate with this person at some time, I'm seeing. I keep on seeing that. And again, I'm seeing there was and there is still a very spiritual connection between you and this person. I was seeing that in the High Priestess, and I can still see that here. All spiritual connections, anything that's happening spiritually, anything that's happening through the air, anything that's happening, vibrationally, it transcends anything that's happening on the earth. So it's above anything that's happening on the earth. So anything that's happening, such as whatever you're doing at the time, whatever they're doing, whatever you're thinking, spiritual connections transcend all of that. So you are going to contact each other again. I think it's inevitable. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is that you're growing. You're growing at this time. Growing in your knowledge. You could be studying. You could be learning something. You might be learning something formally. I'm seeing that you are probably doing that, but you're probably also learning informally. You're also learning about yourself. You're having a time of really connecting with yourself and really learning. Yes, if you look at the woman in this card and the lion, they're both bigger than the landscape around them. They're huge compared to the landscape around them. So you're in a process of growing. You're in a process of outgrowing the old you and outgrowing the old memories. You're outgrowing whatever happened to you in your past. I'm seeing in your past, probably as you were growing up, you probably had a lot of problems. You probably had some people put you down, make you feel smaller than you actually were. This could have happened in school, could have happened in family, could have happened in both. And now what's happening is, as you're growing, you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're growing up. And as you do this, as you get bigger, as you grow more, as you get stronger, all of these problems, all of these memories are going to become smaller and smaller and smaller, and they're gradually going to fade off into the distance, and then they're going to disappear. And you'll just be left with this big, strong you, which is fantastic. Yes, the last card you have for your present is the Nine of Cups. No, I'm sorry, why am I going to that? Why am I going to this card? I should be going to the Judgment card first. This is what I did on one of my other readings. I skipped a card. My eye is going down, and it shouldn't be doing that. It should be going to the next card. Judgment. I'm not going to do that. The next card you have for your present is Judgment. I'm sorry about that. I don't want to do this again. I've done this before. It's because I'm tired. So, yes, Judgment. Right. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if this is going to make sense or not. Yes, I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing in this card. I'm seeing someone from your past. Now, I'm seeing this as an ex, and I'm seeing this isn't the person who is in the Emperor card. This isn't the person who's angry with you. This is another person, a completely different person. This is probably someone from your more distant past, way back in your more distant past. I'm seeing a lot of turmoil around this person, and I'm seeing someone who's been through a breakup, or they're going through the process of a breakup, or something like that. Now, the Judgment card can be about not being able to go backwards. It's like the judgment is final. You cannot go back on what's happening now. That's what that's all about. So it can be about facing up to things as well. So this person might want to come into contact you again. I'm seeing that they probably will. And yes, I'm seeing that quite strongly. They probably will. They will come into contact you again, actually. Okay, don't be a rebound. Because what I'm seeing is this person is breaking away from whoever they're with. They're feeling lonely after that. Then they're going to try and contact you again. And I think you're going to know that this would be a really bad idea to go back to this person anyway. The Judgment card is final. The Judgment, the Judgment card is about what's done is done. It's done. It's over. Don't go back again. Be very careful, because I'm really sensing that this person doesn't really want you. They don't want you. They're looking to fill a gap. You deserve so much more than that. You're way better than that. You're growing. You're getting your strength. You don't want to fall for that. Don't fall for that. So now I'm going to go on to the last card, which is the Nine of Cups. So yes, this makes sense. So yes, the man in this card looks as if he has absolutely everything. He has the golden cups. He looks like he's really big and fat. He's got everything he's eaten. He's got everything he wants. And he looks so smug, and he's sitting there looking directly at you in the eye, going, look at me. I'm fantastic. I have everything. Now, this is a facade. This is a movie set. He's sitting in front of a curtain, but we can't see what's behind the curtain. It might have rubbish behind the curtain. So whatever's behind the curtain isn't the best thing for you. This is about this person who wants to come back to you in the Judgment card. This is about this rebound situation. They're going to try and say, look at me, I'm fantastic. I've got everything to offer you. I'm here to offer you everything you want. I do love you. I really do. I'm sorry. I know I messed up in the past, but I'm not like that now. Blah, blah, blah. It's all rubbish. It's all rubbish. And that's what's behind this curtain, rubbish. Please don't go back to this person. This is not the 10 of Cups. This is the 9 of Cups. Something's missing. There's something missing. You want the real thing. You want the 10 of Cups. Don't fall for the 9 of Cups. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your future is the Fool. So yes, whatever you're working on, whatever you're studying, in the Strength card, you might be doing some formal study again. I'm seeing that again. Or you might be training in something. This is going to really push you into a new area. And also, because you're getting bigger inside yourself, you're kind of growing in your strength inside. That's going to push you as well. And this is going to push you into new areas. I'm actually seeing a new career path. There's a lot of yellow in this card. And this can represent intellect. It can represent, yes, intellect, the mind, thinking. So your mind is what's going to be pushing this forward. And again, yes, again, this is telling you to move forward into the future. Don't go back into the past. Don't go back to this person in the Judgment card, this rebound person. They're going to be pretending to give you love, warmth, in this card with all of this beautiful yellow and this sun in the corner. But again, if we look at the sun in this corner of this card, in the top right hand corner, we can only see a quarter of the sun. We can't see the whole sun. So we can't see everything. They're hiding a part of what's going on. They're only showing us what they want to show us. They're showing you, I should say, what they want to show you. So they're hiding their true intentions up in the corner. So it's hiding up there. They're saying, look, I'm giving you sun, I'm giving you warmth, I'm giving you this. But actually they're hiding part of their intentions. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your future is the 8 of Pentacles. So yes, this person's really going to be working hard. They're going to try to get you back. They're going to try to get your attention. They're going to try everything. But, you know, I'm seeing that you're probably not going to listen to them. And I really, really hope you're not going to listen to them. I'm seeing you working on yourself in this card. I'm seeing you pushing yourself forward. If you look at the man in this card, he has his back to the city or the town in the background of this card. So you're probably going to turn your back on this person who's trying to persuade you. I really hope you are. You're also going to be turning your back on a lot of things at this time and people at this time. Not in a bad way. I'm not seeing that you're going to be ignoring people or that you're going to be cutting people off. You're just going to be concentrating on yourself and your work at this time. And again, this is about transforming. If you look at this man, he has this apron tied around him with butterflies going down his back. And butterflies are, of course, transforming. So you've come out of your cocoon in the Strength card. You're growing, you're getting bigger, and then you're going to fly away and become a beautiful butterfly. When you're a beautiful butterfly, you don't want the 9 of Cups. Come on. The last card you have for your future is the 4 of Swords. So yes, again, isolation, spending time by yourself. This is what you're going to be doing. And I'm seeing you're just going to be spending this time by yourself, working hard, but your mind's going to be thinking quite a lot at this time. You're actually going to be remembering some of the hurt that you went through with this person in the Judgment card, this rebound person. And this sounds awful. You don't want to go back and remember this hurt and feel these feelings all over again. Nobody wants to. But you're being given this for a reason. And you're being given this feeling and this remembering and these memories of this person, bad things. You're being given those memories and those thoughts to remind you of what you should be avoiding. You need to be avoiding this person. And if you look at this statue, let's see what you can see in the camera. You probably can't see it all. I'll move it up. So if you look at this statue is thinking about everything. The swords are coming down toward his head. He's thinking about all that trouble he went through in the past with that person, all those horrible things. And he's thinking to himself, do I want to go through that again? No, I don't. And he's right. No, you don't. The other thing I'm seeing is this statue is golden. The walls around it are this horrible brown color or whatever, but the statue is golden. The statue is you. You are golden. Remember your value. Remember your value. Don't go back to this person in the Judgment card. You are worth more than what they have to offer you. That's what I'm seeing.